Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer, and I have an awesome team of lawyers, paralegals, CCD people, leads people, marketing team. We have just a great old staff here. We are growing. We are just about at 50 team members, which is sort of hard to believe. This is the 273rd edition of the Immigration Answer Show. I will be here for the full hour answering as many of your immigration law related questions as I can. If you haven't already, go ahead and let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Say hello to my good friend Huli. She is watching the boards. She will keep you going. Let us know where you're watching from so I can say hi. Carlin is in Baltimore. I saw Sheldon is here, of course. Marlon's here. Everybody, I don't know, Huli, you weren't here the other day, but it looks like they're setting up a little Jamaican subgroup of all of our fans. So I would love to have like an all Jamaica show sometime. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We could just have all Jamaican guests and talk. Maybe we can go to Jamaica and do a show from Jamaica. That would be fun. You know, next year is our 15th anniversary for the firm. And we are planning on something fun, whether it's a cruise or a trip for team members. That's on the books for next year. Hope all is well in your world. Everything's great in my world. One of my good friends just came to see me. I haven't seen him in a while, so I was glad to see him. And tomorrow, Amani and Adela and Andrew and Mahito and I are going to meet to work on our retreat and work on some of our big issues in the firm for 2023. So this will be the last show of the week. Our next show will be on Monday, probably at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I'm sure Huli will tell me when the time comes. Sheldon is here. I knew he was. Omaha is here. Pakistan, Philly. Oh, Ibrahim from Philly. Well, Ibrahim, just so you know, my son Ibrahim just applied to Villanova University for early action. The deadline for that was at midnight on November 1st, and I think he got in at around 9 p.m. on November 1st. So I might have my own Ibrahim in Philadelphia. How about that? But the school he really wants to go to is Boston College. But I just remembered I'm not supposed to talk about that. So fingers crossed for him. Fingers crossed for all of you. I hope all is well. And I hope that whatever you're striving for, whatever you're aiming for, that you get it. I've been in a little bit of a funk. Yesterday, I was sort of a Krabby Patty, but I am good to go today. I had a nice meeting with my friend Mo this morning. She got me pumped up. I went to the gym and worked out. That got me pumped up. And like I said, my friend Umar Lee just came to see me, and I'm always good to see him. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. You know, the first person in the waiting room waiting to talk to me, his name is Juan, and he is here. Hello, Juan.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I just have a few questions to ask. How well do you know if someone could become a citizen through adoption?
What do you think? What do you think about?
He was born in 1969 and he was adopted in 1970 by an American citizen on I-600 form. And one lawyer told me that he could have claimed to be a citizenship already, and another lawyer told me no.
Well, I've never heard of an I-600. I think you might be talking about an N-600, which is a
No,
form.
it's an I-600 form. If you look it up online, it's called I-600 orphan.
To classify an orphan as a median relative. Did the person ever come to the United States?
He lived there his entire life.
Right, but did he have a green card?
Yes, he had a green card since he was before he was one.
Okay, and he was adopted. Was he an orphan?
Yes, he was adopted.
His parents were deceased.
I'm not sure about that. On the paper, it just says, "Is he an orphan?" and it has a check mark.
And when you say the paper, what kind of paperwork do you have for this person?
We have the petition. We have the I-600 form itself, and it says it's approved, and by the UN, it's approved, and yeah, it's his adoption papers. It says who adopted him, when it was approved, and everything.
Has anyone? Does this person have a current green card?
Yes, it expires on 25.
Okay, and so has anyone thought about has anybody done a Freedom of Information Act request to get this person's entire file from USCIS?
We just did one on October 1st.
Okay. Well, what I would say is when you get that back, send it to me and we can look it over and try to figure out if they're a citizen or not. If not, then they can just file an N-400 and
And
apply.
then that's my next question. On the N-400, he has one charge that's kind of tricky. It's got possession of marijuana in the vehicle, a misdemeanor since 1998. How would that react to it?
Has he left the United States at all since that charge?
I think for not for long, but he hasn't left for like 20 years since I was born.
So the thing is that, and this might be why it's important as to whether or not he's a citizen, because if he's already a U.S. citizen, then whatever drug conviction he has doesn't matter. He's like any other U.S.
Yeah.
citizen. But if he's having to apply for a green card, then that might affect it. Was it a misdemeanor? How much marijuana was it?
He said it was like a nug. That's what he told me. And then he said
A
and he
nudge?
said it was a misdemeanor back in 1998.
Yeah. Well, what I would say this person should do is when the FOIA comes back, the person, while the FOIA is pending, the person should get certified copies of the entire court file from the
I
marijuana.
already have that.
Okay. Well, once the FOIA comes in, send it all to us together and we'll take a look and we'll let you know what we think.
All right, cool. And I have one more question. Is this birth certificate really important for the N-400 if we go that route? Because we cannot get it. We went to he has a Mexican passport though. When he was like 8 months old or whatever.
Where was
So
he born?
He's a Mexican citizen, but we can't find his birth certificate. We went to the Mexican consulate down where I live at, and we can't find it.
Well, the problem there is that USCIS, I would say a known issue or a big issue at USCIS is whether people that claim to be Mexican citizens or U.S. citizens are in fact. So I think that you need to keep trying. Maybe does the person know where they were born?
Tijuana, Mexico.
And
it has to on the adoption papers where he was born, what when was he born, what country was he born in, and everything like that.
And when you has anyone tried inside Mexico to see if there's a birth certificate?
We don't really know the family of like he was an orphan. We don't really have any history like that.
I would say keep trying. You got time, keep trying, but it might not be a deal breaker. I think it's going to depend on what else is there.
But it would be for the if we try to prove he's a citizen, then was it called N-600?
Generally, you always have to. Generally, you always have to prove who you are. And
yeah, because what I meant was one of the lawyers we were talking to wants us to go through N-600, I think.
That's what you would do, yeah.
And he was saying like we need his birth certificate for that one.
I think.
And if we can't find it, should we like? Is that just like a big halt? Like we can't do nothing about it?
I'm not saying it's a deal breaker, but it's going to make things a lot harder. And I would, again, try to encourage someone to go down and maybe hire a private detective in Mexico or a lawyer to see if you can find it.
And I just have one more question. Is the possession of marijuana in a vehicle a deportable offense?
Could be. It could be.
Okay. And if we could somehow get that vacated, do we have to put that in when we
yeah, you always have to list it. It's still an arrest.
All right. Because
all right, thanks, Juan. Good luck, buddy. We'll see you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Next up, Rajiv. Hi, Rajiv.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I just have a question for myself. I came to US in 2014 on student visa. I was still working until July of this year, until my STEM OPT expired. I've also applied for I-485, so adjustment of status through my spouse. I was trying to go back to college, because I don't have any work authorization right now to go back to my company. So I was trying to join master's program so that I can apply for CPT and then go back to working and also study at the same time. But my DSO, my designated student officer, she told me that I need to go outside of the country, cross the border, do all that process again to get back to US because my visa is also expired.
When did
So
when did you get married?
March of 2021.
And you're married to a U.S. citizen?
She was a green card holder before, but she's a citizen now. It's been like maybe 2 months.
And did you apply for a work card based on that marriage?
Yes, I did. It's with USCIS. It's been almost like 15 months already. I haven't heard back from them yet.
So I would not leave the United States. I'd sue them for the work card, or I would just sit and wait until you get it. I don't. You don't need forget CPT. CPT is a big mess. I don't want you going to a school where you're doing first day CPT. They look at that as
Mhm,
someone trying to get around the fact they didn't get selected in the H-1B lottery. You've got a very, very
mhm.
clean path to lawful permanent residence. I don't suggest that you leave the United States. I don't suggest that you do first day CPT. I say you either sue them to get your work card, which would take about 2 months, or you simply wait and take a break and don't work until your green card or your work card comes.
Yes, that is what I did. I didn't work for like 4 months already, and then
Mhm.
I'm starting to lose patience, honestly. And I even requested to expedite my EAD and my application. I never heard back from USCIS. On the website it says that they're actively reviewing
Yeah.
my
Do you believe
status. They've
them?
been
Do you believe
um,
them?
well, they recently changed it, like maybe a month ago. In October, sometime in October or September, sometime in September.
If
But
your EAD's been waiting 15 months, then they're not working on it actively.
okay, okay.
So
Um,
either keep waiting or sue them. Those are your two options.
Okay. I do have a lawyer already from off of Virginia, but I don't really trust her a lot because she keeps on saying that, I'm gonna get my own documents anytime soon, and it's been like
And
that for like
you
2
might, but you might not.
Mhm.
So your interview will be in Fairfax?
No, but I live in Alamo, Alamo, California.
Oh,
Just my
and
lawyer is off of Virginia.
okay. And your spouse is in California with you?
Yes, yes, we've been living together for more than 2 years now.
Okay. One other thing that sometimes slows things down is when did you file the I-130 and the 45 together, or did you file the 45 separately?
Everything together, it's all concurrent.
And you notified them that you were that your spouse had become a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, we send them the certificate through the mail, also the expedite request, both of them through the mail.
Yeah. So sometimes they don't always treat that the right way. They don't always speed it up when you tell them that my spouse is a U.S. citizen. Plus,
Mhm.
California is really busy, so um, you could just keep waiting, or you could sue them. Otherwise, I don't think much else is going to work.
Okay. So if I were to sue them, what would be the best way for me? Like, do I hire another lawyer, or I try to go through the lawyer that I already
Well,
have?
this is sort of my specialty. This is what I do all day long is sue them. I've sued them 1,300 times. I doubt your attorney has ever sued them before, which is why they tell you to just keep waiting. So
Mhm.
if you'd like our help, just send an email to info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay.
And we'll get in touch with you. And I would think they don't fight us when we sue them for work cards. They just go
Mhm.
ahead and we could even sue for the green card too, just to get things moving.
Mhm.
I would say 2 months you'll have your work card.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, like as long as I have my work card, I'm not really even concerned about my green card because I have no plans to go outside of the country anytime soon. So
Perfect.
yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for taking your time to talk with us today.
You got it, Rajiv. See you, buddy.
See you. Bye bye.
All right, all right. Let's say hi to Sally. Hi, Sally.
Oh, hi, Jim. So I have a very quick question. I came here in 2016. I filed for asylum, and then it's been pending. And then I married a U.S. citizen. My asylum was due to my sexuality, but I married a man, and we filed paperwork this year. So the first question is, when I filed the I-485, and there is that question of have you ever been arrested? I've never been arrested here, but back home, Africa, Uganda, I went to jail for my sexuality. But on the N485, I put no. Is that a misrepresentation?
No, because you're going to fix it when you show up at your interview.
Oh, okay. Also,
If not sooner. I mean, that did you mention the arrest in your asylum application?
yeah, I did.
So just so we're clear, now you've told them two different things. On the one hand, you said I was arrested for in my asylum case, but then you said you haven't been
Yeah.
arrested. So that you're gonna want to bring a lawyer with you, and when you get to your
Okay.
interview, to say, hey, just so you know, I made a mistake on the 485. I actually was arrested.
Okay, because I thought like it meant for being arrested in America, which I have never. And so that's why I got confused. Also, the other thing is, after filing in January this year, I did not file for a work permit because I already had one, the one I got through my pending asylum.
Yeah.
And I sent in all the paperwork. I got a RFE for affidavit of support. My husband turned it in, and I got a reply from them about the medical because I didn't do the medical, and they said not to do the medical, not to send anything until I get the interview date. So then 2 days ago, I got mail that's telling me to go ahead and go do the medical. Also, my case is now I live in California, so it shows that it's in San Bernardino. When I look online, it says I have like 3 months of processing. So I didn't understand how are they asking for medical now, yet they told me not to send anything, and they said I would take the medical on that day of the interview.
Yeah, it's just a deficiency notice. So once you get the electronic alert that your
Yeah.
interview is being scheduled, once you get that, that's when you call the civil surgeon and do your medical.
No, they told me to do the medical. I have
Right.
until January 23rd. So I went ahead and did the medical.
Oh, so it wasn't a deficiency notice, it was an RFE?
Yeah, it told like the first one was telling me that I didn't attach the I-6, I forgot, but that for the medical, and asked me not to send any paperwork until I get a notice to go there for my interview. And then 2 days ago, I got a notice that said I should go ahead and do the medical, and I have until January 23rd.
So then maybe they're waiving your interview.
Is that so?
It's possible.
Because they also asked for more evidence. They asked, okay, my husband again got a notice that said they need more evidence that shows that we are in a bona fide marriage. Like before, when you were like applying, we really put a lot of evidence, and then they still asked for it, and that
So
confused me a little bit.
was that request in the same request with the medical or no?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you doing this without a lawyer?
Yeah.
I think that's silly because this is a hard case. I've had two cases where the person filed for asylum based on their sexuality and then married someone in a heterosexual
Yeah.
relationship. Those are tricky cases because they
Right.
can go back and nitpick with you. And I think that you've got enough going on with your case that you should have a lawyer look it over and maybe get you ready for your interview or help you with the RFE.
Because I already turned in the medical and I turned in the evidence they asked for. So I just was like, because I watch you all the time, and I contacted one of your office persons, and the
Yeah.
person was like, oh, you have to wait until, I mean, he already gave me the quotation, how much you guys are going to charge me. I'm really, really like thinking of hiring you guys. Because my interview is gonna be in San Bernardino, and I believe you guys are based in San Diego. But he
Yeah,
gave
I've been
me
there.
a good.
I've been to that office. Yeah, we'd be happy to help. I'll tell you what, Hooli is probably looking you up right now on the system, and we'll follow up with you tonight, okay?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen
Yeah, you might
because,
not even get an interview. Yeah, you might not need us at all, but let's just see, okay?
and if anything happens, I'll call back and tell you what happens. Thank you so much for all your help. I appreciate everything, and congratulations on the new building. I watch you every day. Bye. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sally. See ya.
See ya.
All right. We love calls like that. Good luck to Sally. Maybe we'll work with her. Maybe we won't. All good stuff. Let's say hi to Claudia. Hi, Claudia.
Hey, Jim. I'm calling to give you an update. I'm
All right.
listening to everybody talk, and it's like we need to learn to listen to what you're telling us because you're telling us stuff that we don't want to hear, but that's how it is. But I was calling to tell you that yes, he got approved on his visa,
Nice.
and we showed up and we missed the first flight, which was all bad. We didn't think we were gonna make it. We were stressing over it. Um, so happened that the lady had called to confirm his medical. We told her we had lost the flight. She went ahead and rescheduled us, and I guess the way they're doing it in Juarez is it's a 2-day process. It's not just one.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that they asked them was, how did we meet? And he went ahead and told them, and that was it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, when he turned in his papers, they asked him that where was I at, and he said, "Well, she lives in California. I'm still in Mexico. She's outside though." And that man that was getting the papers told him, "Okay, well, she might need to come in," and he just said, "Okay, well, she's outside," which, they didn't ask for me. So we're just waiting to get his what is it? Just some papers so he could go get his visa? Is that what it is?
Will they have his passport?
Yes, went ahead and kept his passport.
Yes, you're just waiting for the visa. Yep.
Yeah, so on Monday we tracked it and it was 2 hours away from where he said that he would go pick it up at.
That's good.
So just
That's
calling
great.
you.
So once you get the visa, then don't forget to pay that Ellis fee so the green card comes, okay?
Okay, would that process be through them right there when he picks it up, or?
No, you'll do that online. You just look for pay Ellis fee online. It's like $220. You'll pay it and then he'll be all set.
Okay. All right then. That was my final 2 years of waiting.
Long
Gone to an
time.
end. Yes.
I'm happy for you, Claudia. Thanks for
All right.
calling in.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. We always like it when people tell us happy things. Let's say hi to Marco. Hi, Marco.
Hello, dear Jim.
How you doing, buddy?
Congratulations on your new home.
Thank you. We're excited.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. I called last week in reference to a case with my niece and and her husband. I don't know if you remember. I'm gonna give you some recall information.
Sure.
He's on temporary protected status from El Salvador, and his son is turning 21. And they want the son to petition for my niece and her husband. We were discussing about the probability of getting out of the United States with advance parole and coming back and counting as a legal entry in
Right.
order to adjust status.
Yep. We were just talking about this at the office today. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a link, so I know if you can click it and check it out. And
Well, I can't do that. I can't do that now. And Marco, I'm never going to give it. I'm never going to give advice like this to somebody. First of all, I'd have to talk to them. Second of
Okay.
all, I'd have to look everything over. I think generally you're right. I think it's not actually called advanced parole. It's a different way of exiting and entering the United States.
Okay.
But I think it is available. But this would be something that would involve like us talking to them and talking it all through and looking at everything. I can't give out advice like this. Certainly not about leaving the United States.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I understand. And the general question is, for these kind of cases, do they schedule a interview?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And what about the evidence besides the birth certificate where both parents are listed? What about evidence for the I-485 for both of them?
Well, you mean
evidence for supporting the I-485?
Yeah. So
What kind of evidence?
Well, it's mostly identity documents, mostly
Okay.
demonstrating the relationship. Might have to prove it up a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal.
A big deal. Okay. All right. Perfect, dear Jim.
Thanks,
I
Marco.
appreciate
See you,
your
buddy.
time. Take
All right,
care.
later. All right, bye-bye. Always happy to see our friend Marco. Let's say hi to Mged. Hi, Mged.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I've tried calling your office a few days ago, and because I do have a question regarding I'm considering either the EB1 or the EB5 visa, and basically in because I'm my case is complicated. So I come from a Muslim family, so because of the countries that I visited in the past, I'm not eligible for the visa waiver programs. I know I've got to apply for a different visa, that sort of thing. But when I was filling out the DS 160, there's one of the questions about which is a crime of moral turpitude. And
hold on.
sorry,
Where are you right now? Are you in the United States or outside the United States?
I'm outside the United States.
Have you ever been in the United States?
No.
Hold on, my camera's screwed up. There we go. Okay, you're outside the United States. You've never been to the United States.
No.
And you think that you might file for an EB1 visa? What would be the basis of an EB1 visa?
So I'm studying computer science, and there's some new security protocols that me and some colleagues are working on. So
Do you have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD?
I've got I'm in my final year, and then I'm doing my master's afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm not planning on doing this now. Like it's a
okay.
It's a
You're
good
talking about years from now. Okay.
It's a good couple of years from now. But
okay, so how did you get then to the DS 160? You jumped there.
Because I come from a Muslim family, so I'm a British citizen, but I was
hold on. You're saying it really fast. I come from a what family?
A Muslim family. So because of my heritage, I come from a Muslim family, and so
what does that have to do with visa waiver?
So because I've been to Sudan and I've been to Libya because of family.
What's your passport?
I'm British.
Okay.
So I'm not eligible for the visa waiver program. I've got to go through either the B1.
And why do you want to come to the United States?
There's a couple of projects that I think would be very interesting in the United States, and that's why I would want to. That's why I would want.
What do you mean projects?
So there's a couple of startups, tech companies in Austin, Texas, Arizona, those places where they're really dynamic and everything like that, and so they're hosting a couple of conferences in the next year or two.
Conferences. Okay, so you want to come to the United States for conferences. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a British citizen, and what country are you in right now?
I'm in the UK. I'm in London.
Okay, and so you were saying you get to the DS 160, you get to the question about a crime involving moral turpitude. What's the concern?
So basically, in the UK, I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly. Hiring a companion is completely legal.
What did you say?
Hiring a companion. I'm trying to keep this YouTube friendly. So hiring a companion is completely legal.
You mean a companion like for the night?
Basically, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And so basically, I know that they'll ask you if you've seen one in the last decade or so, and I've probably mentioned it or probably online, like do it this way or whatever the case may be. So there's no point in me lying, and also plus to be obfuscating the truth. So for me, I'm thinking to myself, should I apply for a waiver, or should I just basically just wait?
Well,
basically,
you're never. The first question is, do we think you're going to get the visit visa? And you got to understand that the chances of you getting a visit visa, having been to Sudan and Libya, even though you're a British national, the chances of you getting a visit visa. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Yeah, so they don't usually let young people of a marrying age get visit visas because they don't think they're ever going to come back to London. They think they're going to come here and try to get married.
Okay.
So that's number one. Is I think the chances of you actually getting the visa are probably about 33 to 40%, less than 50%. Number two, you raise an interesting question, which is if having a companion for the night is legal in England. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Then is that a crime? Have you ever been convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude? I don't think so. Right. So would this even come up? I'd have to go through the DS 160. I don't think that they ask you about, have you ever committed something that would be a crime in the United States, but not in your home country? I don't think that's a question.
Okay.
So I don't know why you would bring that up, unless obviously asked. So I don't think you have to worry about that too much. But again, I'd want to see the questions on the DS 160.
So the question is, have you ever procured or been a person of the night in the last?
So that you'd have to say yes.
Yeah.
So then I think your chances drop down to 10%.
10%. So
But I
basically,
mean, you can try if you want.
Okay, because even then, even then, you know, because I've been offered the chance that to try and raise some money to start up a business in the United States. So I know I'd be eligible for the I could potentially be eligible for the E2 or for the EB5 visa. And
well, I'm not going to spend any time talking about an EB5 visa because number one, I don't handle them. Number two, 99.9% of the people who talk to me about an EB5 never pull it off. And unless you have $1 million laying around, you're probably further away from that than you are an EB1.
Okay. So let's say hypothetically, I'm doing my master's and everything like that. Should I? What would be the likelihood that my waiver would be granted if I was to apply for, let's say, for an EB1 and I fit the criteria for an EB1?
Non-immigrant. Well, I mean, I don't like to talk about things that might happen 8 years from now.
Yeah.
You got a whole lot of what ifs, but I think that, I mean, you wouldn't be able to get a waiver because you don't have a qualifying relative. There's no hardship. The waiver is for hardship to other people, not to you.
No. When I meant a waiver, I meant, you know, because when they ask you the question, even if you say yes, you can apply for a waiver for inadmissibility, from what I've gathered.
Yeah, but nobody cares. You're not going to. What compelling argument do you have for a waiver?
Sure. You know, yeah, that's the difficult part, isn't it? Yeah.
All right, good luck, my friend.
All right.
See you, buddy. All right. That was an interesting case for sure. Let's say hi to Tarshi. Hi, Tarshi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, Tarshi's on the train. Hi, Tarshi. Tarshi, nice. We don't get to talk to people on the train very often.
Yeah, I just done with my work. Thank you.
Yeah, can you hold up? Can you hold up the mic? Can you hold the mic up closer to your mouth?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, barely. Go ahead.
So I have a pending asylum application, and in September 13, I had my interview. But before that, I had a work authorization based on my OPT, and that one expired in October 4th. And on September 19th, I completed my 150 days, and I submitted my application for work authorization based on pending asylum.
Yeah.
And it's more than 30 days that I haven't heard back from USCIS. I tried to contact them. They say like it's a normal processing time. Basically, my application is on Texas Service Center, and they're just saying like you have to wait for 11 months. I don't know what to do. Like
September 19th of 2022.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, I mean that's going to take 6 months at least.
For the first application for pending asylum, because what I heard was like it should be.
You're breaking up, Tarshi.
There was a court ruling that says like the USCIS should process first pending asylum application within 30 days. So I was just wondering why.
That's totally not happening.
Okay.
So don't get your hopes up. I'm thinking 6 months.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, Tarshi. Good luck, buddy.
Bye.
All right. Let's say hi to June. June's waiting. Hi, June.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I just have a couple of quick questions. I'm an American citizen, and I'm in India with my partner of 8 years. And we just have a question actually from our attorney here. We do plan to come to USA and for him to get a green card, and we plan to do all of that with you. But our attorney here is asking if we need to do a Hindu Marriage Act or a special marriage act.
Yeah, so all you got to do to figure that out is go to the visa reciprocity table. If you type in visa reciprocity table, I'll put it in the comments. Just Google visa reciprocity table India. It'll tell you what you need to do. I can try to pull it up here, but it loads really slowly.
Okay.
Hold on, let's see what we can find. And then you scroll down to the marriage, and it'll tell you what you need to get. Just give me 1 second. So you're not married yet.
No, we're not married yet.
And June, do you generally live in the United States, or do you generally live in India?
Before the pandemic, I was living in India, and then we were separated during the pandemic. Well, when I had to go back for an event, and then they shut down travel, and so I was in USA that whole time. And as soon as they opened up travel, I came back over here.
Okay. One of the commenters, JC, says, "Do the Hindu one. It's easier." So that this might be more a question of what's easier in India for a U.S. citizen to do marriage-wise, and is that more what you're asking, or do you feel
No,
like
we're actually we're planning on using your law firm once we file all this paperwork.
yeah?
We just need to know which one will we need so that he can get a green card and into the USA, because we do plan to come back to USA within the next couple of years.
So according to the State Department, you can do either one. A marriage can be registered under the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955 or under the Special Marriage Act of 1954. For
Okay,
marriages
and they'll
registered at government offices, yeah, they'll accept either
okay.
one. So whatever's
Okay.
easier for you, I would do.
Okay, perfect. And just one more question, Jim. After we complete the marriage and we get everything filed with your office, how long will it take for him to get a green card?
Probably about a year and a half,
Okay.
2 years, maybe somewhere between there.
Okay. Does it vary based on your occupation? Like, he's a physician.
No, it varies
Okay.
on
There's no special.
it varies on what country it is and which embassy. In India is slow because it's busy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Thanks, June. It was nice meeting you. Good luck getting married.
Yeah. Thank you.
See ya. All right. That was June calling all the way from India. That's pretty darn cool, don't you think? I like talking to people. It's hard to believe. God, what time is it in India? It's got to be middle of the night. Let's say hi to Hero. What do you say, Hero?
Hey Joe,
How you doing, buddy?
what's up? Good, very good.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
nice to see you again.
I think every time I talk to you, you're in a different place.
I just got out of work, coming home now.
I gotcha. What's
Yeah,
up?
you usually talk to me when I'm working. So, as you remember, I filed my I-131 early December last year,
Yeah.
and my fingerprint was taken in 252 days ago.
For your reentry permit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as a resident. So the case is still pending, and up to now, almost 1 year. So
Well,
I have to travel for my wedding,
yeah.
and now I'm really getting trouble on that because in my culture, before you get your wedding, for fiancé, like the family need to see her family and do like some stuff, and
Right.
they always calling like, "Hey, you waiting for passport for 1 year, or are you going to heaven, or what's going on?" Like, you
What
lied to us. Yeah,
right. No, I know that happens. What does USCIS say when you contact them?
I never contact them. I don't want to go further step with them without asking you, because
No, call
I
them and
had
start complaining, see what you can do.
I tried to do it online, like do like a service request, and they said you're still in a normal process time. And every month they increase it, like was like 9 months, then 10 months, now 13 months. Yeah,
Well, I mean, you're not at a year yet, right? You're at like 8 months or something, 9 months,
like 11 months now.
11 months. Okay.
Yeah, because I
Well,
did it I believe in December 8th, and now it's
oh yeah. Well,
November.
let's sue them.
For 1 year.
Yeah.
We can sue them for that.
Yeah.
All right, but Uh, do you think like it's deserved to sue them again?
It's not about deserving, it's about whether it'll work. And the fact of the matter is, when I sue for things like work cards and advanced parole and reentry permits and travel documents, they're like, why do we want to fight on this? Just give the guy his goddamn travel document and we'll call it a day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already
It'll,
resident. Like,
it'll
I'm not asking for green card. I just need I
right,
need the damn document to travel and come back. That's it.
right. Yeah.
And
So
I have a friend. He filed it like a month before me, and he received it like 3 weeks ago.
same country.
Yeah, same country, the same case, everything
I
the
mean, but we
same.
had to sue before for you, so that means there's stuff in there that's,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
know why I need to file a lawsuit and all my application with them. Like all the
yeah.
benefits come with. Like I'm
I
gonna
I
file a
I
suit
under
to my
I
wife
under
too.
I understand the question, but it's definitely a thing. I've
Yeah.
had multiple clients. I have one guy for green card, one for a 10-year green card, one for citizenship.
Oh yeah. So
I'll give you a good discount.
yeah, I really need this cam because I'm very
You,
sure I need
you
to
gotta
file a
go.
suit when I come back.
You gotta go make the family happy. Otherwise, they're not going to let you marry their daughter.
Her daddy think like, hey, this guy he
Yeah,
just lying
he's a
and he's not
player.
serious. Like nobody
Yeah,
can wait for 1 year
yeah,
for passport.
yeah,
So I explained to them my situation here. I said it's just like travel document. It's not like real passport because I'm
yeah.
still in green card. And it
Right,
says it shouldn't be like 1 year. That's too much. You just lying to us.
but they don't know.
So
Yeah,
I told
no,
them, I lied to them. I told them, hey, I got called. They said, yeah, I'm gonna get approved in December, but just to make them calm down. Yeah,
fingers crossed.
yeah.
All
I
right, buddy.
don't
Let me
know.
know. I'll see you.
All right, so can you send me the office number again, please?
Yeah, it's just send me an email. I'll forward it on. Just shoot you have my email. Just email
Yeah,
me.
I do. I
Yeah.
do. All right. All right. I appreciate you.
See you, brother.
Hmm. See you.
All right. That's my man Hero. Hi, Sanjar.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I had a few questions. Uh, you were our lawyer on file. We sued them for I-730.
Mm-hmm.
So we got approved. I got. Uh, I am an asylee through my wife right now.
Mm-hmm.
First question is, am I an asylee for my country too? Can I travel to my country or no? She's
You
from different
shouldn't.
country.
Oh, different country? Yeah,
Yeah,
you can. Yeah, you can.
but I don't know if you know it or no, but if they see that travel document I received, it says asylee, are they gonna give me a hard time in my country or
I have no way of knowing that, my
you have
friend.
no idea? Okay. All right. Another question. So if I travel, let's say for 2 weeks before filing for green card, do I have to make up for the days or it's gonna restart the year?
Is it that close?
It's on March. We got approved on
What
March.
what I'm saying is, are you just barely gonna have? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, you're saying that because I have to wait for a year from my asylum to apply for a green card. If I go out of the country for 2 weeks, does that count?
Yeah.
Um, I would say we don't want to know, so just wait the extra 2 weeks when you get back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
if you're gone for
Yeah.
10 days, wait for 14 days and then apply.
Okay. So, all right. And I have a few more.
You're fine, buddy. Go ahead.
All right. And so, let's say when I file, it says right now, like it takes around 36 weeks. Is there any way like it's gonna be quicker than that? Since
36
I,
weeks.
yeah,
36 weeks for
36 months, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
36 months for green card? Nah, it doesn't take that long. It'll be like a
Oh,
year,
okay.
year and a half.
And okay. All right. That's not bad. And do you think I'm gonna have an interview? Because since I'm not the original asylee.
I think most people have green card interviews still even now. So yeah, I think you'll probably have one.
Okay. All right. And all right, that's it then.
All right, brother.
So I'm not an asylee from my country. That's the most important thing, right?
So you're saying my wife is from country A, I'm from country B. My wife got asylum. I got derivative asylum through an I-730. Can I go back to my own country? Yes, you can go back to your own country.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Bye, Sanjar. See you, buddy. Good seeing you. All right, let's see where people are watching the show from today. Let's see where people are watching the show from today. All right. We got Antigua and Barbuda. We got Long Beach, North Carolina, Florida, Columbus, of course. Rocio's here. We got the Jamaican crew, Mrs. Cameron, Sheldon, the whole crew. Vadim is here. Haven't seen Vadim in a while. Good to see you, buddy. Don saying happy Thursday. Marlon's wishing the best to all. Marlon's always a happy fellow. Calypso girl is here. Pam's here. Wee's here. Always sending good wishes to Nornator. Pakistan, Texas, Delaware, Ocean Springs. Oh, I kept saying Ocean Springs, Maryland, but Teens in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Yeah, Mrs. Cameron says that we should come to Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica, but it's been a while. We got Omaha. Faisal's got a big issue in Pakistan. I wonder what that is. Everyone loves Marlon. Salt Lake City. I'll be going to Salt Lake City soon. We got East Texas, Nevada. It's funny how many people just listen. I wonder, do more people listen or watch? Do you just sort of listen while you're doing other stuff? That's what I like to do with podcasts. I like to do make dinner and listen, and I sort of learn stuff. Most of my podcasts are about marketing. That's what I like to listen to, or about self-improvement. We got Atlanta, Georgia. And man, there's the whole Jamaican crew. They have their own side conversation. It's so funny. I love it. They're all talking about their own thing. New Jersey, YouTube friendly. Oh, everyone liked that companionship conversation. That was funny. People had me laughing. As usual, the comments are good. All right. So let's get back to it and talk to Abdullah. What do you say, Abdullah?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you so much. So I'm
Can
talking.
I just say something?
Yes.
Man, I got to tell you, I know right away when I hear someone, the way they talk and the way they talk to me, right out of the box, I know that I like you, right? Like I can already tell that you're a pleasant person that I'm going to like talking to. So go ahead, Abdullah. What can I help you with?
So I'm talking on a case for my son.
Mm-hmm.
He came on a visitor visa back in 2017.
Okay.
I adopted him. And we went through the green card process, and he got his green card recently in July of this year.
Great.
It took like 3 years after we applied.
Sure.
So the question is, I tried to apply for a passport for him. They told me that I have to apply for the N600 and wait for it until it's finished.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Okay. I don't think they're correct. I don't think you have to do that, but you should do that. You should get him an N600.
I did apply for the N600, but it's been like since July of this year. They just received the case. We didn't do any biometric.
So yeah, that's not surprising. You want to be able to travel with him sooner? Is that the issue?
Yeah, that's the issue.
I am not the passport expert in the office. My wife does a lot of the passport stuff. I could ask her. Did they tell you what did they say? They said that you haven't established.
So at the beginning, they took everything, and they told me that we're gonna process, and they actually took the money for it. And
of course they did.
After this, they sent me an email asking for the citizenship certificate.
I mean, maybe they've changed the rules that you've got to do that first, but this would be the first I've ever heard of that. I know plenty of people who've gotten passports without doing an N600.
Do they have to stay like some time after they get like the green card, or since you
No.
got it recently?
Yeah, no, that's not part of it. Let's take a look. This is very compelling television. Jim looking through the Kurzban. I'm looking for my little citizenship chart. Was this a stepson situation or just a flat out adoption?
Adoption. I adopted him whenever he came
Okay,
to
cool.
me.
Where is my chart? Okay, here we go. How did he enter the United States?
He came as a visitor visa
Mm-hmm.
with his biological parents.
With his
And
what?
biological parents.
What happened to
And,
them?
and they went back overseas. And they
Are they
gave him.
Are they related to you?
Yes. He's my brother. The biological parents is my brother.
So this is your nephew.
Yes.
Did they give you any trouble? Did he have a green card interview, or did they just give him a green card?
No, they just give it. But it took a lot of time. It took like 3 years until with like a couple of RFEs.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, they just gave him the green card.
How old was he? How old was he when you adopted him?
10?
And you had 2 years of legal custody, and he resided with you for 2 years. Okay.
Yes. So in 2017, I adopted him. Then I applied for the green card in 2019.
Yeah.
And in 2022, he got the green card.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the only question is, I don't know if the rule is the same for him to automatically become a U.S. citizen. That's the part that I don't know. I don't know that he's a U.S. citizen. He might be. I think he is, but I don't know for sure. I'd have to do some more research.
Yeah. And is there a chance that for the N600 processing?
Say it again. What'd you say?
For the N600 processing time, is
Yeah.
there a chance that it could be faster? Because
No.
it's been like 4 months and nothing.
Oh,
Not
no.
even
It's at least 8 or 9 months. It depends too where you live. It depends how busy your field office is. Which field office are you?
I'm in Michigan, Detroit. I guess Detroit, Michigan.
So they're not too busy. It probably 9 or 12 months, 9 to 12 months, I'd say.
Oh, okay. And I can't travel with him until. That's based on the passport agency, I guess. That's what they said.
Right. He doesn't have a passport from his old country.
He has an expired one.
Yeah.
All
right, Abdullah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Good luck, buddy.
You too.
All right. We got time for probably one more. Let's say hi to Stevenson. Hi, Stevenson. You're on mute. Oh, Huli was waiting for it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What can I help you with?
Well, first of all, thank you for everything that you do for the the immigrant community. This is the first time actually. I did not count that you would pick me.
Oh,
So
well,
yeah,
I'm
I
glad
was
I
just
did.
kind of shooting. Yeah, okay. So I have about 3 questions, I
Okay.
guess. So I have a friend that he's been in the US since I would say 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Um he came in as a student. Well, he came in, with an F1 visa, but what happens is that his older brother got here before him. He came in also as a student.
Okay.
And then something came up, and well, not exactly something came up, but he he ended up applying for asylum.
Okay.
And I believe his older brother got here in 2014. So, and then ever since his asylum application has been pending. So when my friend, which is the younger brother, came in 2016,
Yeah.
he also did the same thing.
Okay.
He also applied for asylum, and his case is also pending until now.
Okay.
But like the intriguing part of the situation is that the younger brother, which is my friend in this case, when he came in 2016, he didn't land like in the well, he never attended like classes at
Hmm.
the university where that at the university that gave him the I-20.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so he went straight to the same city where his older brother was.
Which is
So
not where the college was located.
no, 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 no. It's
Okay.
like a different city, like like different states actually.
Okay.
So and like lately, I believe he found the girlfriend and everything. They've been together for I would say about 6 months or so, and they haven't decided anything yet, but they are thinking about getting married.
Hmm.
So my question is, will that cause him any issues? Like the fact that he basically just used, his F1 visa to enter to the country and then apply for asylum and never showed up like at a school, like never attended classes and everything. Will this be an issue for him?
So first of all, Stevenson, thanks for coming on the show, and I'm really glad that you did. You were also, I believe, the first person to ever use the word intriguing on the show. So I appreciate that you used the word intriguing because I think this is an intriguing question. And here's the thing.
Hmm.
I don't know what that noise is. So so I think that if he only went with asylum, they would forgive the fact that he never went to school,
Okay.
right? Like I think pretty much the asylum office takes the position if you got to the United States and whether he never intended to go to school or not, they would sort of not care about that. But on the marriage case, you're 100% right. They are going to care about that, right? And so
Okay.
I would encourage him strongly to make sure that his asylum case, even if he's going to proceed on a marriage-based case with the spouse, that he
Hmm.
has a really damn good reason for not going to school. Because don't forget, when he applied for the F1, he
Hmm.
swore that he had enough money to take care of himself to go to school. Now, like I said, if he was only getting the I-20 so that he could get into America so that he could apply for asylum, like you could actually make that part of your asylum case. But on
Right.
the marriage front, that's lying to a consular official to get an F1. Do you know the reason why he never went to school?
Well, I would say that this was more of an issue of the person who helped him fill out the DS 160. Because I mean, because he's from Africa, so and then in Africa, these type of situations are like it's like a normal thing.
What is?
When you're willing to come to US, for any sort of visa, you usually have a third party doing the
Prepare the stuff.
application
Sure,
for
I
you.
know that. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. But but did the friend ever intend to go to school? I guess is the question.
Yes, yes, he did. Which he only did he only took English as a second language classes, but this was like in community school, you know.
In
But
America?
like
In America?
yes, yes.
So he did he go to classes at the school that issued him the I-20 that he used to get the F1?
No, he didn't. He
So he
never
says,
even.
he said, I'm going to school A. He gets an
Mhm.
I-20. He comes to the United States. So then he goes to live with his brother and he takes English classes then.
Yes.
Did he get a new I-20?
No, he never. Because by the time he took English as a second language in the other school, he had already, well, his asylum case was already pending, and so he had, like the work card and everything. So that's
So here's what I'll say. I'll say this is an approvable case, but they're going to need a lot of work and practice to get ready for the interview. They're going to need a lot of evidence. He's going to have to be ready to explain. He's going to have to damn sure make sure that the asylum case wasn't fake. If the asylum case is fake, he's in big trouble. If the asylum case is real, then I think there's a path for him to stay, but it's going to be a tricky case.
all right. And then another question, if you will allow me, is so his older brother in this case, he came in clean and everything, and he did attend um school like for a little bit, but he only stayed uh in school for, I think, roughly 3 months. And
Yeah,
then
that's almost the same as not going.
yes, and then something came up. I don't know. The school was shut down by the state of Florida, because I don't know. They were found in some sort of a trouble with international students, so I don't know. And then he never actually got to get a degree or anything. So for him, would that also be a problem, or like?
On asylum, they don't really care about that so much. What country is like? Do you Stevenson? Do you believe yourself that it's a real asylum claim, or do you think it's bullshit?
I believe it is a real asylum case.
Then that's okay. Like I said, for asylum they forgive it. For other stuff they don't forgive it.
All right.
All right,
Well,
brother.
thank you so much, Jim.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
buddy. All right, that was nice, Stevenson. All right, Hooli. Our next show is Monday at 1:00 Central. Have a great weekend, everybody. It was good being with all of you. Hooli, thanks for your help. We'll see you guys all next week. Have a good weekend.